says we're waiting, but I'm live, so I don't know what it's waiting for. I don't know what it says it's waiting for. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hi, Diana. Hey, Chow. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Beverly. Hey, Cheryl. Yes, it is a cute bag. Oh, I was getting one more thing. Okay. Hi, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, thanks, Lourdes. Live chat, please. Yes, let's let me sing. So this is not going to be too super long. I went on a little bit of a spending spree. And so kind of like have this little accumulation of things here. And I wanted to share with you guys. Okay, so first of all, we still have sticker and pen orders if you are interested in these. These are metal, you guys. They're not plastic. These are metal rainbow chrome pens. And they're engraved with Foiling Snobs Club Nancy stamps. They have a little stylus at the end, so you can use that on your phone or your iPad. And they are black ballpoint. Okay? And you can open... Well, I am able to open if I could get my fingers around it. And you can change the ink out. See, it's just a standard ballpoint pen. Okay, so the sign up for these is on the Foiling Snobs Club website. You're going to go to the top where it says featured. Let me show this to you, by the way, because people always ask me this question. Okay, first of all, how do you know when someone is live or not? So when you log into YouTube, it says live. That's how you know someone is live. And then when you click on that, you can see all of the comments. If you double tap the right of the screen 2 times, it'll fast forward 10, 20 seconds, whatever. And then you want to change this chat to live chat. So I clicked, and this is an Android phone, by the way. But you're going to click this little 3 dashes here, go to live chat, and now I'll see all of the chats, okay? If someone is no longer live, you're going to see the comment section. Okay, so let me just click on this video. And you'll see when you go to hit like and comments, it says comments. That's how you know someone is no longer live, okay? So people sometimes jump on when I'm not live anymore and they're like talking, just so you guys know I'm not live anymore. And it is important for you to hit the like button. Because then it tells your friends, it gives your friends suggestions, and it also gives you suggestions on what you like, okay? So just to give you guys an eye. Now, when you are in our Foiling Snobs Club group, there is a tab here that says featured. Click on that. And this is where we put anything we think is special for you guys to read. It's not every single thing. It's if we see a sale or we see, you know, something we want to mention, you guys. Card swap is signed up, or card swap list is up, things like that. So you have for a few more days 20% off in the merch shop. Okay, so that's going to give you aprons, t-shirts, really cool cups, water bottles, hoodies, things like that. We have short limited time of little Santa hats and little stockings. So our merch shop, all of that money goes back into the FSC, and it allows me to purchase things like this that you guys want to see, or maybe you don't want to see, but a lot of times I get recommendations for stuff and then I buy it. So all of the funds that you guys put back into our group, whether you donate through PayPal, or you buy through our merch shop, or you buy our stickers, or you use our affiliate links. Whenever you guys do that, that money goes back into this channel. And I think if you've been around for a little while, you'll notice that I have this tendency to give things away. So I buy things with that money and I give things away. So this is what you guys are helping to support. You're helping to support for me to buy more pens like this, to buy more of these stickers. And the stickers are, I believe, $4 for the small one, $5 for the medium one, and $6 for the big one. And that includes shipping. And if you're international, I will ship international. The pens are $10. So that's what it goes towards. Shipping is a big one because we spend a lot of money shipping the Stamp Wars containers or packages, shipping prizes to you guys. So I love giving away things because it makes me happy to give you guys stuff. And then I love when you guys post them in the group and say, look what I got, look what I got. So yeah, that's what I do with it. Okay, so the first couple of items here I'm going to show you guys are in my Amazon shop. So we have an Amazon shop. And just so you know, anytime you shop on Amazon, hi Barbara, if you start on our Amazon shop and you go buy a toilet, I don't care what you buy. I can't see who bought what. First of all, let me just make that perfectly clear. It is anonymous. So I don't know who bought what. You know, if you're buying a toilet, I don't know you bought a toilet, but our Amazon shop gets credit for that. So just keep that in mind. So our Amazon shop, thank you, T, just listed it. You want to save that. You want to bookmark that. I got a couple of things. So the first one is I got Miss Leah her own set of monogram, what do you call these? Wax seals. So you get two. I believe the price on this was $10. I do not know about the fun toy you bought, but I'm jealous you didn't send me one. Okay, so it's like a monogram with this beautiful kind of vines around it. So that's that one. And then this twists off. And it comes with another one, and this one has like florals in it. See, it's a little bit more florally. Okay, and the same thing it twists. So now Leah has her own set of two different monogram wax seal letters, and they were $10, you guys, on Amazon. So this box is really hard to get off, so I put some tape on the back. So forewarning you, that is really super tight on there. So I put some tape on there. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing I got is Amazon has these premium tricolor deco color markers that we were using on the wax seals. They have gold, silver, and this one is copper. And this one was not on the Spellbinders website. Spellbinders has rose gold, but they don't have copper. And I don't have any examples of this because I haven't opened it yet, but you would color your wax seal with the marker and it's a nice metallic shine. So these are also in my Amazon shop. And both of those items are in the wax seal folder. So if you've never been on my Amazon shop, let me show you how easy that is. Here it is. So I tried to put everything in some kind of a folder. Now, if you want to go shop for your toilet, you go right on up here and type in whatever you want to, as long as you start here and end at toilet. Hey, Jen! But I have these folders. So organization, specialty papers, adhesive, toner, mink foiling, wax seals, hot foiling, miscellaneous accessories. These markers are $35 today, you guys. I did order them. They'll come tomorrow. They are the tri-blend markers, and you get, this is why I got them. You get 3 markers in one. So you get a light, a medium, and a dark. in one marker. So there are 24 markers, but they each have a color. Right? So that's pretty cool. So these are now on sale. And I try to post that in the group because normally they're over 40 bucks. Okay, but if you go to the wax seals, come on, clickety click, here we go. Here are little plastic containers. Here are some monograms, some different shapes, some different waxes, some little stirs. So all of those things. There's those markers. Look, the gold one is $4 right now. Or sorry, silver is $4, gold is $4. See a dog paw? Where's the one with the initials? Oh, I didn't put the one with the initials in there. Let me put that one in here for you guys. Whoopsie. Thought I did. Oh, I usually wait until I have my hands on it to put it in the shop because I don't want to put it in there if it's garbage. Hold, please. I did not put my kids' dinosaur costumes in there because one of them broke and I had to return it. I guess that's the great thing about Amazon is you can return stuff. Where is this? Oh, here it is. And if there's something you have gotten from Amazon that you would like for me to add, just send me an email at Foiling Snobs Club. Okay, I've just added it. So yeah, it was $10 for the 2 letters. So now it's in the wax seal folder. So if you go to wax seals. Hi, Beverly. My internet is like uber slow. It's right there. Okay, so that's how you use our Amazon shop. Some people may or may not have known that. If you are interested in our Dusty brushes, they're in there too. Okay. Okay, so the other thing I got was this bag, and I'll tell you the story behind this bag. So once or twice a year, Tracy and I get together. We do stamp shows and things like that, and we have like the whole weekend to spend together. So of course we go shopping, we do crafting, you know, we try to make the most of it. So I don't have a crop bag. So I bought this crop bag. It's very large. It's in the organization. And I wanted it to be colorful and bright so I wouldn't lose it. So it's got these pockets on the outside so I can put things on the outside. It's got longer pockets way in the back here so you can see. So I have 6 on the front. I have mesh pockets on the side so I can put water bottles or more things in there. On the back side, there is another 6 pockets. Okay, so lots of pockets, pens, markers, scissors, you know, things like that. And then it is a very big bottom bag. There is a little support that goes in the bottom here. So I can start to put things in here, like my papers and my, and there's more pockets on the inside, by the way. There's a big pocket here. So any kind of paper that I'm taking, I can put in here and not have to worry about it getting scratched up, or my laptop. I have more pockets on the inside here. You have a sturdy bottom base, and then there's more pockets on this side. So clearly I like pockets, and the whole thing zips up. So if I am traveling, I can close everything and zip it up. I know I'm not close or too far away with the camera. And it comes with a little mini bag. So if I'm at a show, I don't carry my whole purse. I can just put my money in this little mini bag, and it's got a little wristlet that I can put inside here. So I am very happy with this bag, and you guys, it was $40. Okay, because we all know Nancy is very frugal. Very frugal. So $40, and I can put my trimmer in there. I can put tape in there. I can put the $5 Cutter Bee scissors from Amazon that I told you guys about in there. Plenty of stickers, plenty of pens, plenty of room for me to shop and put more things in. So some of the things that I have purchased to go in that bag, like the markers. And since I gave away all of my minis, I bought some more minis. So, I bought these, again, for hotel traveling. So, I bought the party collection. These are my colors that I reach for the most. And you don't need all of them. So, I bought, and these I got, you can get these from Catherine Pooler. I have a Catherine Pooler link, or you can get them from scrapbook.com. The date night collection is my absolute most favorite collection. So, I got that one. Of course, I have all the Rinkers. I have the Paradise Found collection, which is going to be a darker, more muted colors. The basics, and if you are new to Catherine Pooler inks and you have never tried her ink pads before, and you don't want to invest in big ink pads, or maybe you don't have the size space for big ink pads, these are the exact same formulations of ink and the exact same ink pad. So we always talk about how awesome her inks are because of for me, I like the spongy ink pad. Especially if you're somebody who's new to stamping, felt ink pads you have to learn how to use. Felt ink pads are sort of dry. It takes a while to get used to really digging your stamp in there. And what you end up doing with your stamp is pressing it in and kind of squishing it back and forth like that. Tap, 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 squish, 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 tap, 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 squish, 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 to get enough ink on there. You don't have to do that with these ink pads because these are spongy and the full size is just a bigger raised spongy pad. These things are super juicy and the little ones are the same. Raised spongy pad, okay? And they are juicy. So when you are stamping with these, you guys, you can go heavy or light, but you gently kiss the ink pad. Because they are so juicy, that ink just oozes out of there, and the spongy pad makes it so easy. So I prefer these because now I don't have to dig and tap, 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 dig, tap, tap, tap. I hated that with my felt pad. So spongy pads are my favorite for that reason. And you can get them in full size or minis. These are space saving. It's the same formula. It's the same pad. You are not compromising anything other than the size. And I gave all mine away. And now I'm like, oh, I should have kept some of those for traveling. Well, now I bought some for traveling. I recommend if you're new and you want to try these, start with the small 4-pack of party collection. And then you can start adding set by set by set. And maybe a little birdie is telling you in December a new set's going to be released. You didn't hear it from me. And this one's like their brown icing on the cake. So, they also have the mini of the black. I did not buy that because I don't use that too often. But again, if you wanted to try Catherine Pooler Black Midnight ink, which is an archival ink, great on rubber stamps, stains clear stamps. You can buy a small one if you want to try it, sample size. Okay? Hey, Gloria. All right, so these are all going in my new bag. All right. I already have on the desk here my Hero Arts little weakness haul. As you guys know, when hot foil plates are released, I am all over it. And yes, before you ask, I did order the new Deco Foil hot foils. I will try them out and let you know. They kind of look plain to me. It didn't look like the selection that we get from Blue Bonnet or Crafty Critta. But for you guys, I ordered them. The price also didn't look that appealing. It was $6 a roll. Not a special deal there. But I'm not trying to judge. When they get here, I will do a full testing and let you know if they're worth it or not worth it. All right, now, as far as these go, I want to show you a couple of things here. So, these are the 3 new hot foil plates that I got from Hero Arts. Hi, Melanie. I thought I had a drink, but I think I forgot it. Okay, so the first one is this really cool little half wreath. It's got leaves and twigs and stuff. I think it'll look great for fall and Thanksgiving. Here I did it in just plain gold foil, and it looks cool. I had another one over here somewhere. Ah, here it is. Look at how cool this looks. And I showed this to Stacy the other day, and she said, that actually looks like the veining in the leaves. And that came out of this Spellbinders gold foil here. This guy here. So it's fun to play with your different designs of foils because that does look like, you know, the veining in the leaves, okay? This is their snowflake background. And here's what that looks like. So pretty cool. And then this is their, I don't know what they call this, like holly leaves. Yep, holly hot foil plate. And again, use that emerald faceted foil from them. Okay. Now, if you accidentally foil your plate, which everybody emails in and asks about that, use some 100% acetone to clean your plate up. Acetone is normally known as fingernail polish remover. But fingernail polish removers have conditioners in them. So you want nail polish remover that is 100% acetone. You don't want any that say has added conditioners, has vitamin E, nourishing ingredients. You don't want any of that. So I keep this just in my craft room for when I get foil on my plates, foil on my machine, or foil on my Mink transfer folders. You just dab a little on a paper towel or a cotton ball, and you wipe it right up, okay? So while I'm on this note, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but our little T is an inventor. And I want to share with you her invention. And T, go ahead and put your link up for your invention here. Let me move these guys. And I have been playing with her little invention here for the last couple of days. And I'm quite impressed. So I'm not going to demonstrate it, but I'm going to give you the basic idea here. I will make a video, but T has videos on her channel. So make sure you're subscribed to her channel. So T, make sure you post your channel. All right. So T's little invention, and she has one for the foil press, one for the glimmer. I don't know if she has one for the Go Press and foil. She has it in inches. She has it in metrics. Is dun, 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 the foiling friend. Okay. Now, you can print this on paper. I printed mine on heat safe acetate, which I have in my Amazon shop if you need that. And what this does is, let's say you're foiling something like this. Normally, I would throw that on my thing. Let me grab a piece of paper here. I got snow papers. I'm going to demonstrate this more when the those other hot foils get here. So normally you would throw this on your plate, any hot foiling system, and you would put your paper on there, right? And then it's kind of a guesstimate once you reveal it. Is it straight? Is it not straight? Is it crooked? Whatever. So she's taken that guesswork out of this, and you guys can see there's a little bit of a glare there, by number one, tilting it a little bit, okay? So there is a straight one, but I like the tilted one. So what the tilted one does is there is a border here that shows you what your A2 size card would be. So you can go this way. If you cut down to 5 1/4 by 4, that's this next square that's inside here, okay? And you print it out, and I've taped the corners here with some heat safe tape. You can use any washi tape or anything. But now when you put your die on, let's say, I actually did one, and I think I cut it out the other day. Let's say, I intentionally want to foil this at the very bottom of my card. If I would normally do this, I would just put this down on my plate and then throw my paper on top. I have no way of knowing if this is lined up straight. Now I can line this up right on that line. And I know as long as I put my paper within this border, this is going to foil perfectly straight on the bottom of my card. So it is an alignment tool for hot foiling. The other thing, because it's now angled, you don't have speed bumps. If you put this like this, speed bump, we get over foiling. You put it like this, you might have less of a speed bump. But by angling it, you're diagonal when it goes through your die cutting machine. So less speed bumps means less mistakes in foiling. So, and again, you can do this on paper. You can do it on acetate. You use it, you print it, and you can print as many times as you want. Once you download it, you own it. And I remember Tracy's tip to me was print it at 100%. Don't let your printer shrink it down. And it comes with instructions, and you just basically cut this out and tape it down. So this is a really cool invention that T made to help us with our foiling alignment. So it is called the Foiling Friend. T has it in her shop. And then you just, again, just follow that outline and foil it. So it is pretty cool. And I want to say it's like $2 T, right? So definitely look into that, you guys, if you're doing hot foiling and you're struggling with things kind of being straight. So I used that when I was making, look at how centered this is. Like, it's perfectly in the middle. Look at how centered that is. Perfectly in the middle. No anything running off the edge or too far on one side or the other side. She says you can put adhesive on it. So I can put adhesive on here and stick it to here, and it doesn't mess up my my foil plate. It just sticks on the paper or the plastic. So it's a reusable thing. And it's a disposable thing. So once you're done, it gets yucky, it gets foil on it, it gets scratched up, it gets glue on it. You print another one and just do it again. So I wanted to mention that. It's pretty cool. I will be playing with it some more. And RT, she invented it. So that's awesome. All right. You can download it from T's site. She's going to keep putting the link on there for you guys. Yeah, really great idea. All right. And it's instant download, and you print it out. So you could start playing with it tonight. No shipping charges. All right, what other things did I buy? Did I miss any questions? Okay. Do print it on paper or on the heat safe. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to print. I printed it on heat safe acetate, and I foiled it. I printed it with an inkjet printer, and it never fully dried. You see it smeared? So it didn't like it. So print it on paper, super thin paper, by the way. You don't want this to be too thick in your foil machine. If you're going to do it the way I did it, laser print it on heat safe acetate. You have to toner foil on it. So I would say for your first couple rounds, just print it on paper. Don't do like I did. All right, what else do we got here? Okay, so the next one is from Spellbinders, and I have a Spellbinders link, and I've been waiting for these. Spellbinders has launched some new pastel. Thank you, Mandy. Pastel foils here. So these are pastel glimmer foils. They are satin finish, and I wanted to see if they are translucent because I have other satin foils that are translucent. And they are. Okay, so I won't do a demonstration of these for hot foiling tonight, but they do have these satin foils, but I want you guys to be aware, look, they're translucent, so just keep that in mind. You're not going to have full coverage. It's going to be very sheer. I think these will be great for like wedding season, Valentine's, very subtle. And then I got this new pewter, which I don't think I had this color before, but you're going to want this color for some stuff that's coming out in the future. I mean, like manly kind of stuff coming out on the glimmer plate. So I have a feeling this color for hot foiling is going to look really cool with some manly things coming out in the spring. So it's not like a gray, it's not like a black, it's pewter. It's like gunmetal. All right. Moving on. What else do I got from Spellbinders? Oh. I was so excited about this next thing. Who am I kidding? I get excited about everything. My kids are like, Mom, what do we get you for Christmas? I'm like, Mommy does her own Christmas. All right, here we go. I told them a new Dyson vacuum this year. Cheryl T has linked the link to her Etsy shop, so you'll have to go back through the chat and click that link. So remember I told you Spellbinders has this new pearlized paper. It's heavy and it's pearlized on both sides. Look, it's 111 pounds, you guys, and it's pearlized on both sides. So I got white and black. Very excited about that. But this is what really got me like, oh, I needed that. I needed that. So I have had this Score Buddy. You guys see me use it. This guy's probably, I don't know. He's old. I'm going to guess he's 10 years old. Why are we not focusing? Hello, focus. It's a focus time. You have to focus. Okay, there we go. So this guy, if you've never seen one of these, is what I use to score my paper. So when I get my paper cut down, this pops off of here and I score. Well, he's getting old and I couldn't find a replacement. I mean, after 10 years of use, okay, he's not as sharp as he used to be. Well, Spellbinders sells, now they sell the Score Buddy, and now they sell the replacement. So I no longer have to go with a short nubby nub. Yay! Look at that, it's perfect. So now I can score this. It fits in the line perfectly. Bada boom, bada bang. Look at that. And then this is just, you don't really need this. I very hardly use this. This is like a, what do they call that mat? Self-healing cutting mat. I don't really use this. So, but the Score Buddy, I highly recommend. This is a very small guy. Fits perfectly on the shelf in front of me. Is that my darling Lee? Lee, darling. I've missed you. Hello, love. All right. So that's that. All right, next item on the agenda. These are all Chow's fault. So, before you yell at me and you go shopping, please, please, please click on Chow's link. If you're not following Chow, you guys, she's on Spellbinders design team now, and she has made some really beautiful videos. Really put a lot of work and time into those videos. So please make sure you're following my whole team. T, Tracy, Stacy, Chow. Their video links are awesome. Hi, Scott. All right, ready? This is Chow's fault. Chow's fault. Chow's fault. Are you ready? Chow has an affiliate link. Do we have Chow's link on there? Better put it up there. Chow, put your link for these up. So I have never heard of this company before. It is called, this calls for Confetti. You guys, you want to talk budget friendly? How much do we pay for sequins when we get them from the stores that the big YouTubers tell us to shop at? And we've all done it. We have all bought from where certain YouTubers tell us to buy. They're like $5, $6. You guys, these are $1.89. Right, Chow? $1.89, is that correct? So I have these little, I showed you guys these before. I've been trying to keep my sequins organized in those little jars. These are my Amazon shop. Of course, you could keep them in the little baggies. By the way, it does not cost you anything when you click our links. We get credit at no charge to you. Okay, this is why I don't like the baggies. Take me a half an hour to get in there. Okay, here we go. So here's a little jar. That is the perfect amount of sequins. And these are the no-hole sequins. Now, she has a lot of different styles, you guys. These ones, these are called fuchsia tinsel, and they have a little holographic in them. You see that? And now I store these in my little bin container like this so I can see them. And I have plenty of room for more. So, company is called, this calls for Confetti. It's like $1.89, no holes in the sequins. And the bags are cute. You could certainly, hey, they take up a little space if you're going to keep them in the bag. I transfer mine to jars. It's up to you. And now you're going to say, Nance, why do you have so many? Because Nancy likes to give things away. So I bought a little bit of every color so I can share with my friends. So definitely want to go check that company out and use Chow's link. All right, and last but not least, we are going to play with something new here. Something new that I haven't tried. My friend T sent to me to try out. I got no room on my desk here. Okay, so anybody have any questions so far about anything? Make sure you are on live chat so you can see the links when these guys are posting them. And obviously I will put the links afterwards in my description when I'm done. All right, so somebody asked me about this and I said, I'm not going to buy that. And T said, I got one. I want you to test it out on those big stencils you have. So T sent me the brand new Sizzix stencil and stamp tool. This thing's big, you guys. Okay. Now, from what I understand, and T, you might have to walk me through some of this. Oh, it comes with instructions. I should probably read those. Is this works for stamping and stenciling. Oh, there's a lot of accessories in here. Okay, those are to put on your stencils, I see. And I guess this is just like a sample stencil. T, did you know that was in there? All right, so we're going to just try to use what we got here. This is a very large platform, you guys. So it looks like the Stamparatus, the way that it's hinged, or the Tim Holtz tool. And does this lift? Oh, it does lift out of the way. So I'm guessing you can flip this. So this would be great for layer stamping. I should probably read the directions. And I know this is most likely designed for Sizzix products, but you can use the adapters to change out. T put a little piece of sticky grit in here because she's super smart. And then there's these little holes up here to hold these, and then you can put your little adapters on here if you need to do that. So I want to try this though with the new, because it's so big. The big ton. I don't have any big stamps though. But I could see how this, now that I see it, I could see how this would be useful if you had stamp and stencil kits. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any stamp and stencil kits, do I, you guys? That's usually up Stacy's alley. She's got stamps and stencil kits. I usually just do the stencils without the stamps, but hold on. Not sure. Maybe we'll just do the stenciling. Pink Fresh or Ultra. Let me think. Hold, please. I have a lot of Pink Fresh Studio. Nope, no stamps. I have foiling. I might have one. I usually do hot foil and stencils, but I don't also usually get the stamps. But I might have one because I think one of you guys sent me one. The bird one. Wasn't that stamp stencil? I got hot foil plates galore. And I really need to, like, aha! Is it this one? Do I have the stencils? You guys, this might be the only one that I have stamp stencil and hot foil plate. And that's because one of you guys sent it. All right, so I guess this would be the idea, right? Okay, we're going to learn together here. Forgive me for not pre-trialing, but it just got here and I got excited. I don't have the butterfly stamps. All right, so let me grab. So I guess the idea here is once I use this to stamp, you would put the adapter on your stencil, and then your stencils would always line up correctly. Does that sound about right? So does this have a rubber side and a clear side, or doesn't it matter? I should read the instructions, shouldn't I? I understand the stenciling process. I just want to make sure that on the stamp side, you don't think it says, okay, so it doesn't really matter which way you stamp. For single stamping, see step 12. I guess it doesn't matter because I'm assuming this lip is not too, yeah, this lip around here is not too thick. So I guess it doesn't matter if it's a clear stamp or a rubber stamp. The Tim Holtz one has a thicker lip around it. All right. Let me grab a piece of paper. Paper. Yeah, but I don't have the stamp for that, Abraham. I just have the foil and the stencils. So I wanted to try to do the stamping and the stenciling. I don't have too many. I don't buy too many stamps when I get the stencils and the foil. Okay, you tried both, T says. She tried both. Okay, so got my stamp on there. I'm going to review the sticky grid, which is also from Sizzix. And once this gets too icky, you just take it off and put a new one on. Okay? And I'm just going to put this down right here. Okay? And we're just going to stamp right here in the middle. So if you don't have a stamp positioner, this is big. If you do big background stamps and things, you know, one of the issues I have with the Tim Holtz one is if you are too close to the top here, where the hinges are, it doesn't give you enough pressure. So I always tell you guys, move it down lower on the platform. So I kind of have this in the middle. So this is a stamping platform, and you could use it either sideways if you're right-handed. Some of you guys are left-handed. If you want to go up, you could do that. For you guys that want to do layer stamping, it's nice to have a platform for layer stamping. Oh, I like that squealy noise. It's very big. So I can just tell you for the advantages, if you are into big projects or scrapbook pages, this is nice because it's big, and you can probably do like 4 corners, divide this, it's in 4 grids here, and do 4 different things. If you're mass producing Christmas cards and you want to do like 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, you could probably do that as long as you line up everything correctly. So there's a lot of possibilities with this that I didn't think about without having it in front of me. Okay, and you can't get the Tim Holtz platform in the US anymore. You can only get the Misty, and the Misty is quite expensive, All right, so this is a nice alternative. Feels like the lines are etched in. They are not painted in. You can easily wipe this, okay? So we're done the stamping part. That's the easy. Now let's look at how we do the stencil line up here. Seeing is Mondo Massive. All right. He says, take the lid off. I guess that would make sense because I'm not stamping anymore. Now I'm just using it as a surface to do stenciling. Let me bring my little brushes in. So if you would put the adapters on your stencils, now the Sizzix stencils automatically come with the holes in them, right? Where are the numbers at on these things? 4, these are tiny. I can't see. Pink Fresh, make them bigger for our old eyes. 3, I think this one's number 1. Is that 2, 3, 4? Okay, I think this is right. So I'm assuming... So this is the little thingy. If you have a bigger stencil, obviously you hook, there's 2 little holes here. The Sizzix ones, I'm assuming, I don't have any Sizzix. Well, it came with one, but they comes with the holes in there. So you just do that. But this does come with adapters. I'm assuming you can buy some more of these. They have these little sticky knobby thingies on here. And I'm assuming these are reusable. T, forgive me, I'm going to use one. And you can either go up here or you can go down here. So this is, you can stretch this. So you don't have to be up here. You can stretch to down here. This is to elongate that for you. To use that. All right, so if I stay up here and I do, I'm going to have to cut this. Not thinking ahead. Let me get my paper lined up before I worry about the stenciling. Oh, okay, T, I wasn't sure. Okay, so T says it does not come with the stencils or the adapters. You have to purchase them separately. So I do recommend you purchase the adapters. And I would get one stencil to practice with so you understand how it's supposed to work. All right, I'm just going to cut a little bit off of this guy. Inevitably, somebody's going to comment, why didn't you read the instructions? And I'm going to tell that person, because I just got it and I just opened it. So go away. All right, so this has a little adhesive strip here. Okay. And you're going to put that guide right there on the holes. Okay. Now, this is, I think this is stencil number 1. I cannot see. So I want to make sure that I line this up correctly before I put my paper and things down. So I'm going to line this up with the stencil right there on the edge. Wait, am I doing it backwards? Is the stencil supposed to be, is the guide supposed to be on the top? Duh, Nance. Probably supposed to be on the top so it's not in the way. Let's do that again. Paper, then stencil, line everything up. And this allows for quicker mass production. That's the advantage to this. If you're doing a one-off, may not show that much of an advantage. But if you're doing several of these, and I had left the stamp in the lid, this is where the advantage is. I'm catching on now. I'm a little slow. I'm catching on, folks. So now, this is left on the lid. I multi-produce stamping. 5, 6, whatever I'm going to make here. Then I take the lid off. My paper stays there. I have my tabs on the stencil. I line my stencil up. I put the little tab on top. And now I can go in and do my ink blending. And if I had all of my stencils set up correctly, I would just flip through the stencils. Is this making sense now? Yeah, I know. That's what instructions are for. I get it now. I get it. I didn't get it before. I get it now. So now we go through and we do some stenciling. All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down, kids. So for mass producing large stencils, like what we have from the ton, for stamp and stencil combos, or if you have hot foil plates that you've hot foiled, you can bring that in here too. Obviously, you wouldn't use the top part of the platform. But if you have some hot foil plates that you foiled, hot foil projects, you can bring those in. And again, if you're doing onesie twosies, maybe not need to go through all of this. But if you're somebody who has to make a lot, I know a lot of you guys make cards for schools, hospitals, nursing homes, donations, things like that. This is kind of a neat idea for mass producing. Just make sure if you're going to get this, you buy those adapters too. Okay, so now if I was moving on to the next one, we would lift this up. I'm just going to use the same little sticky thing, so we're not wasting sticky things. Adapters. Make sure you get yourself some of these, depending on how many, because again, depending on how many stencil companies you're using. So now I'm going to line up stencil 2. And you want to put your stencil down first. Make sure it's lined up correctly. and then line up your stencils. And I would honestly say if I were going to use this on an everyday regular basis, I would keep these sticky things on my stencil. So that way they're all always lined up perfectly whenever I use them. I would not reuse these. So I would buy enough sticky things to cover for a wide amount of stencils that I have. Does that make sense? Just like we buy color brushes for every color when we're ink blending, I would buy a number of these so that I can stick it on my stencil and it lives there permanently and I never have to change it out. Yes, leave the adapter on. Yes, these small brushes are in my Amazon shop. Yep. And again, those of you guys that do scrapbook pages, everything's kind of geared towards card making. I've kind of let my scrapbooking go. I need to get back to it. This is going to be fabulous for those of you that are scrapbooking. It's holding my stencil and my paper in place so I don't have to worry about any sliding. Giving me a nice steady platform. If I need to walk away, go take care of the kids or the dog, I can just cover this and walk away. I don't have to worry about it going out of alignment, anybody touching it. So that is a pretty neat idea because nothing's shifting here. Even when I use my waffle flower mat, the waffle flower mat is holding my paper down, but nothing's holding the stencil. I normally use some extra tape or I hold it down with my fingers, and you guys have seen that shift on me. This is being held down by this adapter piece at the top. This is sticky. So this is locked in with these two little dials here, and then this is sticky. So this is holding my stencil, and I'm just kind of holding the edges, but I don't really need to use any pixie spray. I don't need to do anything special here. It's locked in, and then the next time I go to use this, each adapter will line up. Now, obviously, this is a layered stencil, so I'm going to use 3 or 4 adapters on here. But a lot of times we don't, if you don't have layered stencil, you just have a single stencil and a single lineup on a stamp. This is pretty cool. I'm just going to finish this. This would be a neat thing to put on your Christmas wish list. Our spouses, our kids, our crafty friends are always looking for something to get us. Send them the link. Make sure you're using T's link. Let's give T credit for this. And put the link for this and the adapters on there, you guys. If you're not sure that you want to get it right now, you like the idea, you like the concept, you're just not ready to go there, send the link to your friends and your family, your spouses. And, this is something I think I would enjoy if somebody would say, hey, you should think about this. Because I know when it came out, I was like, I don't need that. I don't need that. Now that T has sent it to me, I'm kind of like, I don't know, this is kind of neat. I like it, this. Sometimes you just got to try things out. Or have me try it out for you. Right? I think you're missing the use of the adapter. Okay, so this thing. To avoid the adjustment part. I'll have to go in and read the instruction on that. I did say I don't need it, Crystal. It goes on the hinges, but what's it do on the hinges? I thought it was just an elongator. Good idea. Abraham says use a hole puncher. Moves up or down. All right, I'm going to have to try to figure out what you guys are saying here. Put it on the stamping hinges. Okay. This? Oh, I see. Does it go like this? No, it goes like this. It goes like, oh my God, you guys. I'm so dumb. I see. Oh, it goes like this. Ah, look at that. Look at that. We can go up or down with the stencil. So you have different lengths. So we can do it here, or we can go, it attaches here. I can go up here. I can go down here. I can go wherever I want. Hey, all right, all right. Okay. Squares up over the hinges. I got it. You guys. You guys. Don't yell at me for not reading instructions. I'm really bad at it. I get it. All right. Maybe not something I would have purchased before, but now that I've played with it, I think I probably would. Or I know, T, I caught the tail end of it. You know me. I've been working. Don't yell at me. I'm back at my job. Yes, please, if you want proper demo, watch T's channel. T, make sure you link your channel. I caught the tail end of it, T. I've been watching videos in the car, driving home. And you know it gets dark here at 5 o'clock. So when I get home, I immediately just want to take a nap. I thought it was to fit your paints. Like a palette. Well, now we know. Here's my question. Is Chow still on here? Chow? Answer honestly. You know what I'm going to ask. Chow, did you buy one? Chow, do you have one? Did you buy one, Chow? I'm curious. She says she didn't. Oh, I see Stacy's on. Hey, Stace. Hey, Jim. Okay. All right, we're going to do the last layer and be done. Okay. My sequin jars, Crystal? Is that what you mean? How I have those? Well, Abraham, it's a stamping platform. It's a stenciling platform. I mean, it's a 2-in-1 tool here. It's adjustable, so if you're doing, like I'm doing, layered stamp or layered stenciling, layered stamping is going to be awesome on here if you have kitchen sink stamps and you're doing layered stamping. You'll be able to move everything around pretty easily on here. So, I mean, if you already have a stamp positioner, you might say, okay, I don't really need that. But if you do a lot of stenciling and stamping together, like Stacy always gets the stamp, the stencil, and the hot foil plate. She always gets all three. I don't. So for her, I could totally see her utilizing something like this. And the space, a lot of people don't have a lot of working area. This is nice. If you're somebody who's even just into coloring, you carry this out to the kitchen or you're sitting there watching TV. This is a pretty sturdy platform you could easily put on your lap and color with. So this is something I think I would also like in my travel bag because you can stamp, you can stencil, you can color over it. I love the sticky grid. This is pretty neat now that I have got my fingers on it. Is it large? It is large. I kind of see that as an advantage now because everything else I have is so small. My stamp platform is a mini Misty, right? So this is small. My waffle flower thing is small. If I'm doing a one and done small project, those are fun. Those are fine. If I'm mass producing, and right now a lot of people are doing holiday cards, you're doing, you know, 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 cards at a time. This is an advantage because you can pretty quickly get through everything. And you're not restricting yourself on space. You could do one side and the other side and kind of move along here if you set this up correctly. So I do see this as having multiple uses. It's something you need to sit down and play with and utilize it. The only thing this doesn't have that'd be cool is if they put like a little trimmer on the side. Then it'd be like, hey, I don't need anything else. I'm good to go. Or, you know, even like a little scoring tool. They could have put like a little scoring line here and a little trimmer. You could be like, meow, meow, meow. You guys like my sound effects there, right? So I think after playing with this, I'm going to change my judgment on it. I really was like, don't need it. Not going to spend 50 bucks on it because I think that's how much it is. But now seeing it with my concern when I first saw it was you could only use it with Sizzix stuff. That was my concern. So now that I've seen it with the adapter, I've seen it with these little things and this, like now I get it. Now I understand why this is kind of advantageous versus the other things that are out there. Yeah, a Misty is 60 bucks for the little one. Yeah, the Crafter's Companion Ultimate thingy. Yep. Still cheaper and gives you more space. And this is not uber heavy, you guys. It's light. I have always touted that I like the fact that on the Tim Holtz platform that these hinges came out. That's what it does on the Stamparatus. So the fact that this one, the hinges do come out, it's an advantage. So let me give you a perfect example, Abraham. Let's just bring this into real life acknowledgement, right? Let me bring a bigger piece of paper in here. So I'm going to put my big 8.5 by 11 piece of paper in here, right? Okay. So I can definitely now go in very easily and use these giant stencils from the Ton. Okay, so we don't really have anything like this that's going to be able to hold these things in place. Like Abraham said, I could punch 2 holes in the top there, and these are all set now. So this is going to be fabulous. But I'm actually thinking about not just this, but my layered stamps from Kitchen Sink Stamps. Let me grab a stamp set here. Lordy, where's all my Christmas stamps? Lordy, Lordy. Hold on. I got too many kitchen sink stamps. Said no one ever. Yeah, if you look at how much this is going to cost, it's way cheaper than the Big Misty, and it does more because it adds that. And the 3 edges are open, so if you're in the big 12 by 12 pages, you got plenty of real estate here. But that Big Misty is $100. You don't need magnets. The sticky grid, which I've been using for forever now, is great. $5.99 for 10. That is a great price. I would buy several packs of those. Okay, this is the Kitchen Sink Stamps Amaryllis, which I believe came out last year. So we don't have any stencils, so we're going to put the stenciling part away. But here's what I'm thinking. How can I mass produce? Yeah, so this is like the Stamparatus, but you don't have to change your doors. I can flip them over. I don't even need to flip them over. So, oh God, I haven't touched this in a year, you guys. Give me a second to remember how to do this. So we're going to do one side with the greenery and the other side with the flowers. Let's see if Nancy can manage that. So I'm going to make this number 1. Just trying to think of how I could do this. Ooh, that squeaking is a little annoying. Yes. I'm going to have to cut this down. That's what I'm going to have to do. Yep, that's what I was thinking. Line it up with the thicker lines. I was just going to use one piece of paper, but I think it'll be easier to move each one. I was going to use one and turn it around, like flip it, you know, like Jennifer Maguire does. And I'm going to line this up right along that grid line there, okay? Then we need one to establish our baseline. Hi, Joyce. Just dropped the ink pad. Hi, Tracy. How's the dog? Knew that was going to happen. Okay, so now I've set up my baseline, okay? And this is just one side. I would flip this over now. And I just put this piece of acetate in there so it wouldn't keep sticking. Now I can flip this over. Dude, I can have 8 stamps on this at once. So now I'm going to line this back up with my lines here. Okay, and stamp number 1 is this guy. This is where I get a little confused. So once you set this up, you're good to go. So the setup just takes a moment. It's like getting all the ingredients you need to make your Christmas cookies, right? It's going to the store, getting the ingredients, getting everything set up. That's what takes the longest. Once we have this set up, we're going to be able to whip through 8 stamps here. Now this is on the back side. Stamps are sticking nicely. Stamping is coming out nicely. So far everything's looking pretty good here. Just looking at my reds here. I think I'm a little too dark on the one, so hold on. Gee, Nancy, you got 80 million ink colors. You can't figure out which is red? All right. Well, this is why I like to mix and match. See, like that could have been a little darker. Okay, I see it now. All right. We're going to let that one dry back. We should be okay. Put a little piece of acetate in here. Okay, numero trace, just this guy, this one. Last year I got to go to Longwood Gardens, which Jim Eber told me to go to. Tracy's been wanting to go, and it's this indoor-outdoor gardens just outside of Philadelphia, and oh, it was stunning. And to see these amaryllis flowers, I've never really paid attention or, you know, looked at them. They were amazing. You guys, they had poinsettia trees. I've never seen a poinsettia tree before, that they had been growing for like 10, 15 years. The blooms were amazing. So if you ever get to come to, you know, the Philadelphia area around Christmas time, we're only an hour and a half from New York City. Go to Longwood Gardens, and they have the spectacular outdoor lighting event they do with music, and you walk around and they serve hot chocolate. And it was me and Leah and her grandmother, and it was amazing. And I asked my mom's huge into gardening as well, so I asked my mom if she wanted to go this year. My mom's like, no, I'm not walking around. So if I take my mom, I'm gonna have to push her around in a wheelchair, but I still think it would be fun. All right, so again, I'm just using this right now to protect that little space there. Okay, and we're going to put stamp number 4 on here, and then I think our setup. It's opening this weekend, Jim says. Well, I got to get Tracy's butt back down here so she can go, but she's got a lot going on right now. Because she missed it. The weekend she came here to see me was the weekend they were switching it over from their, like, their summer, fall into winter. So they were putting all the light installations up. So Tracy missed it. So I need Tracy to come back and visit me so we can go see it again. And if you guys are interested in any kitchen sink stamps, I believe there is a Black Friday sale coming up. Let me see if I can tell you about it yet. Hold on. It will start Monday. Okay, so if you guys are interested in anything kitchen sink stamps, I will post the link for you guys in the Foiling Snobs Club, and there will be a discount code starting Monday. Thanks, Jim. Okay, so this is the last layer for the florals, and then we're going to see if Nancy's crazy mind is going to get this to work by mass producing here. Here's the good thing about layered stamps. You can stamp them in any order you want once they're set up. There is no rule that says you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. There is a rule that says you should probably ink up the right stamp when you're stamping with that color. I got it just in time. Why didn't anybody tell me I was about to mess up? Noob. Okay. That's why I put that piece of acetated down. I didn't want to get ink all over T's thing. Okay, here we go. All right, so now you can see how the greenery has been set up, how the flowers have been set up. Aren't they beautiful? Beautiful. Now we can let the fun begin. So I'm going to flip this back over to the green side. Okay. And I am going to put 4 pieces of paper in here. And we're going to put, well, I guess you could do 1 large one, but we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, 4 on my paper so that I know where I'm at. And since I'm starting with the greens, I'm going to start with the first one. I'm going to ink all of these up at once. So the very first one is Grassy Knoll. That's number 1. Number 2 is Key Lime. I know you think I'm crazy, but this is going to work. Number 3 is Forest, which is down here. And number 4 is Olive. And we're going to stamp each of these with the 4 layers. Probably should have done the 1 piece of paper and just flipped it around, but too late now. I'm not changing it. You probably are right, T. You might have to take notes unless you've done a lot of layered stamping. And I got red ink all over my fingers already. You can tell it's starting to get cold in here because this is the warm color and they're temperature changing. So as it gets cold, I'm in my basement, they'll turn to this darker color. You'll know I have hypothermia when they're super dark blue. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4 are done. So now everybody just shifts. So 1 goes down to 2. Okay. Two goes to 3. 3 goes to 4. And 4 goes to 1. I'm going to ink up the same color order. Number 1 is always going to be Grassy Knoll. It does not matter what order you stamp these in as long as your colors match. 2, I have key lime. 3, I have forest. And 4, I have olive. Now, what Jennifer McGuire normally does, which is what I should have done, is she puts one piece of paper in and she doesn't change it. She just like flips it around, almost like the wreath method. You could do it that way too. That might make it easier for some people. Now they're all getting their respective layers. And again, we're going to move it 2 more times. There is a brand new Spellbinders Black Platinum coming up. Yep. And the new Spellbinders machines, you guys, the only difference is with the new Spellbinders machines, they come with the adapter. So if you have an older Spellbinders machine, you don't need to change anything. You just need to buy the adapter, unless you just want a new machine. Another thing I said I didn't need, but I got, and obviously thanks to Spellbinders because of being on the design team, was the big 8.5-inch platinum. You guys, I cut out 20 dies at one time the other day, and boy, was it liberating not to have to cut out one die at a time. 20 dies I cut out at one shot on that big platinum, and it was nice. It was very nice. Okay, we have one more round, and then all of our greenery is done, right? Look it! Look it! Looking pretty good. Okay, so this is the last stamping of the greenery, and then we'll flip it over and we'll do the florals. I am using the new Sizzix Stamp and Stencil platform, which I poo-pooed when I saw it come out. And a lot of you guys asked me, what did I think of it? And I said at the time, I wouldn't spend $50 on that because I have a Tim Holtz platform. I have a Misty platform. I don't think that I need it. T is on the Scrappy Shack design team. So T was working with this, and T said, I bet this would work for Nancy and her the ton layering stencils. So T kindly sent it to me and said, hey, try this out. Let me know what you think. I got it today. I immediately opened it, did not read any of the instructions, and said, okay, let's figure this out. So T has been walking me through this, and while using it for the last half an hour, you guys, it's now on my wish list. I will admit when I was wrong. I think this is pretty handy, even though I have Misty Tim Holtz Stamparatus. This is pretty neat that the size, which I thought was going to be a hindrance, is actually working in my favor, because now you can see I have 8 stamps, 8 layering stamps on one platform, and everything is lining up perfectly. So I'm very pleased. I'm going to put these back in the order of 1, 2, 3, 4. I used it earlier with stenciling and stamping, and it worked out fine. Layer stenciling. It has additional adapters that you can purchase, which I highly recommend, so that you can permanently affix your stencils in the right order. It works with any company stamps and any company stencils. So if you have clear stamps like I'm using here, these layering stamps, if you have rubber stamps, I use the rubber stamp, it worked fine. If you have layering stencils, if you do hot foiling with the layering stencils, this is going to be something that you may want to look into. It's $50, but for those of you who are new to our crafting world and new to card making, you're going to spend $50 on a mini Misty. So it's $50 to Stamparatus. So this is actually a very good alternative, and you get 2 tools in one. And I'm really, really pleased so far in just playing with this. I wish I had paid more attention to all of those things, and I think I just need to get my hands on it. So everybody thank T for being an enabler. And if you are interested in getting one, please use T's link and make sure you get the additional adapters. She said they're 10 for like $5 or something. I would get quite a few of those so that you have plenty to use in all of your stenciling and stamping adventures. Again, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 with my flowers. And we should be pretty close here with having 4 card panels. If I get ink on my shirt, it's not going to matter because I'm wearing red today. You guys, I had to go up the mountain today and there was snow on the ground and I was like, the horror! And again, with layered stamps, it does not matter what order you stamp them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 4. As long as you stamp that order in the right color. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 going from lightest to darkest. So it's not going to matter because the lighter colors will fade in the background and the darker colors will come up to the top. Let's just spot there. I have a dry ink pad on this one. Oop, that is the only thing I don't like, the against my Tim Holtz glass mat. This one's a little dry. And this one looks a little dry. I have to put some rubber feet or something under here. And I know some of you are budget conscious. Put it on your Christmas list. You have, you know, family and friends that are looking to purchase you something for the holidays. This would be great. You don't need to, you know, worry about getting a, you know, $300 machine. Some of us already have everything and you're looking for a difficult gift for a crafter. This will be good for somebody who doesn't have everything. It's new. I'm really gonna like this for traveling, I think, because it's all encompassing. Oh, Trolley Trolls. Whack-a-mole. Or whack-a-troll. I haven't had one of those in a while. Of course, I haven't done lives too often, too. All right, so as I move these down, I just move them in the next order. So now I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Still stamping in the same color. So number 1 is always ruby red. Number 2 is some Hero Arts unknown color, which is dried up and I need to re-ink, which I probably don't have the re-inker for, so that'll probably just go in the trash. I think it's like candy apple or something. 3 is Altenew Velvet. And 4 is Altenew Grapevine. Use whatever inks you have. I mean, you have Catherine Polar inks or Distress Oxides, whatever you got. And if you want more instruction, or better instruction, I should say, make sure you are subscribed to T's channel. T did a video with this just a couple weeks back, and she did a more thorough unboxing of it. So watch her video if you want the proper instruction and not the Nancy winging it instruction. It's pretty good. Okay, 2 more flips. Stamp Wars is scheduled for next Saturday night. We have a special guest and a brand new host and a brand new sponsor. So I think you guys are going to love it when you find out who it is. It is Thanksgiving weekend, so you have Thanksgiving on Thursday, you have Black Friday, and then you have Stamp Wars on Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. So hopefully you'll get to join us. If you don't know what Stamp Wars is, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure you're subscribed. Stamp Wars is when I send my friends products. They have no idea what's in the envelope. They're going to open it on camera live. And we have a special host that's going to give them sabotages, tell them what they have to do with that special project. We have a guest who's going to play along. And we all have to create whatever this host is requiring of us within about an hour time span. The total show is usually an hour and a half to 2 hours because we do some chit chat at the beginning and the end. But also you will get an opportunity then to have several ideas of how to use the product that was sent to us from our sponsor. And so if you decide to order the product, then you'll have some different ways of using it. So super excited that we're going to have a special guest, a special host, a brand new sponsor, and it's Saturday night, so you can enjoy your leftover turkey sandwiches while being entertained by me and my friends, flipping little birds at each other and saying not so nice things to each other while we're crafting. So it'll be like your family never left. All right, is that... We have one more layer, one more turn, and then we're done, right? And I'm really trying hard not to get my red fingerprints on everything. I would say if I would do this again, I would just do the one piece of paper rotate thing. Yes, plus more giveaways. We love to do giveaways here. T, you're close to 2,000, right, T? I think T is very close to 2,000, so if you could, please subscribe to T's channel so that she can get to 2,000. That will be a nice holiday gift for her to get to 2,000, and I'm sure she would be generous enough to do a giveaway when she gets to 2,000. Yes, it's all in fun. I get a lot of compliments from people who meet me and Tracy at stamp shows and say, oh my gosh, my friends told me about Stamp Wars, or I found Stamp Wars and I laughed so hard because you guys are so funny, and it's like you guys are in my living room crafting along with me. And you know, I've had quite a few people say, you introduced me to a company I never would have heard of before, and now they're one of my top favorite companies. You know, a lot of people said, I found you during COVID when we were locked down and I didn't have anywhere that I could go. I couldn't see my family and friends, and I was stuck in the house, and I started crafting, or I've always been a crafter and I just didn't have anybody to share that with, and I felt like I could turn on YouTube and share that with you. And it was lots of heartfelt, very warming compliments, and I want to say you guys did that for us too. You guys gave us an outlet to have these YouTube channels to share our experiences with you, to be able to go to stamp shows and meet these wonderful people and wonderful companies, to bring you guys products that are good quality products, nice people, mom and pop companies that you otherwise may not have heard of if you haven't had an opportunity to go to a stamp show. These are the companies that we wanted to highlight through Stamp Wars and give that information to you guys. So not everybody has, you know, a physical store location. Not everybody can go to stamp shows. Not everybody has an extensive online inventory. So we want to give you guys the opportunity to support our hobby, support these companies by showcasing them in Stamp Wars, but also giving you an opportunity to have multiple ideas. How many times have you bought a stamp set, saw it demonstrated once, and then after that blank? Like you don't know what else to do with it. You don't know what other colors to use. You don't know what other ways that it can be utilized, just like this tool here. So if you don't have that, you know, you might get bored of it. You might put it away. You might say this is a waste of money, where we give you 4 or 5 people that are going to show you how to use the same product. And you can always go back and watch the videos. We do follow-up videos. So Stamp Wars is fun because we have sabotages and we're joking around and kidding and having fun. But we do serious follow-up videos when we're done. And we show from very beginner, novice ways of using it all the way up to advanced ways of using it. So you never run out of ideas. You're going to get like 8 ideas on how to use things. That's what we love. And oftentimes we get discounts and, of course, giveaways. All right, so before I forget the order, I'm going to put these all back on my order sheet here, which is what's great about Maria stamps is, first of all, these are high quality photopolymer stamps. Second of all, she has free SVG downloads. So if you're somebody who likes to have everything cut out, she doesn't sell dies. She uses your electronic die cutting machine. So your scan and cut, your silhouette, your Cricut. She has free SVGs. When you buy these stamps and you put them in your basket, make sure you put the free SVG in the basket with you. And it's a free download. So when you get your stamps, it'll electronically cut everything out for you as a die cut. No dies to take up any space. And that's free at the time of purchase. If you purchase it or you forget it afterwards and you want to purchase it, it's like $1.99 or something like that. It's really inexpensive. But these are high quality layered photopolymer stamps made here in the United States, shipped very quickly from California. And like I said, Black Friday sale is coming on Monday. So if you've been eyeing up her stamps, the poinsettia, the amaryllis, you're still making holiday cards. She's got some wonderful sentiments. And I have yet to find a stamp company that makes layered stamps look so real. There are a lot of beautiful layered stamps companies out there, but these just look 3D, you guys. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have red fingerprints on some of these, plus the original one I set up. I now have 5 beautiful layered card fronts made. All I got to do now is slap a sentiment on here, and they're done, just from using this tool. So if you get one of these, I'm sorry about the fingerprints. I'll use Chow's Secret today and put those new sequins on there. They're not too bad. This one's got some up here. So yeah, I can definitely say that I do appreciate T sending this to try out. I do change my original comments. I will admit that I was wrong. And say that it's pretty neat. I think there's a lot of versatility in this, whether you are a novice or a long-time stamper. Now, for $50, if you have a Misty, a Tim Holtz, a Stamparatus, you may not see the value in it. I totally understand. I'm a budget shopper. That's what I was saying. But if you're somebody who wants an all-in-one tool where you can stamp and stencil like I did here, where you can just do layered stenciling, where you can just do layered stamping, if you're somebody who's into scrapbooking and larger pages, maybe you're somebody who just needs a work surface that doesn't move, that isn't bumpy, that doesn't have cat hair or embossing powder or glitter all over it. We all know messy crafters like that. This is something you can start a project, cover the lid, and walk away. You don't have to worry about the kids putting their fingerprints on it or putting, you know, pets. You know what? I bet if you, nah, I won't make that suggestion. I was going to say, I bet if I put some kind of glitter paste on this, I could take this whole thing and walk away and put it somewhere so I don't have to worry about touching it. How many times have we put, you know, glitter dots and glitter paste on something and then went to pick it up and move it and end up smudging it, end up putting something on top of it? So if I had that, I would take this whole tray and move it somewhere so no one can touch it. So coloring on it, I like the sticky grid. I like that there's no magnets. It's fairly light. It's not too heavy. There are some things out there that are just too heavy. Like Big Mama Mink, that girl's heavy. She needs to go on a diet, all right? That's way too heavy. I always tell people it's too heavy. This is manageable. It really is. Large lid, etched lines, easy to clean, easy to take in and out. If you're somebody who travels, this is a good weight. It's pretty sturdy. And I definitely recommend getting those little adapter pieces too, which I now lost. Where did I put them? Did I put them back in the box? Yes, I did. So, does this come with, this does come with it. So this allows you the manual adjustment of taking the top off. And now if you have different layers to your project, you can put these squares and you can move this down. So let's say you want to stamp stripes or something, okay? And you're someone like me and you can't do anything straight. I can't park straight. This is nice because you can move this. I can move it over. Look at how many spots I can move it over and keep going down with those stripes. I can move the stripes down, 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 down. I'm sure, you know. So this is pretty clever. You just poke those in there, right? You have the holes here for the stencils as well. And then these are the little adapter pieces. So you can use any stencil company you have. And there's a little strip of adhesive on here. And you just stick that onto your stencils. So, T, I got to say, you are freaking enabler. I really thought that I was gonna be like, nah, I'll just do a nice little video showing it off, you know, but I was not expecting the results that I just got. Very pleasantly surprised. So yes, I am gonna say that if this is something you are eyeing up, it was Crystal that said, Nancy, you told me not to buy it. Crystal, put it on your Christmas list. Put it on your list. Yeah, I think I want one of these for my travel bag. Because now I'll have, I can color, stencil, stamp, everything with it. So, again, it is called the Sizzix Stencil and Stamp Tool. Now, the Sizzix stencils have the holes cut out. So, with Sizzix, they're going to have the holes cut out. But you can use this as a stamp layering tool, a stencil layering tool. I think I've shown quite a few versatility here with it. Now I want to hear from you guys. What are you thinking? Give me your honest opinion. I'm going to clean up my desk while you guys are commenting. And if you have any questions about anything, if you jumped on late, we have 20% off in our merch shop. I showed some new products from some companies. I had some, we got some new Hero Arts hot foil plates, which I'll show you guys some more later. We have some new, I got too many mini ink pads here, said no one ever except for Nancy. We got some new hot foil plates. Chow introduced us to a new sequin company, which is like $1.89. By the way, they shipped quickly, super quickly. So we have some of that. I can tell you, I did order the new Deco hot foil to try out. I don't know that it's going to be anything super special. I can tell you the value. I don't think the value is there, but I'll make that call when it gets here and I see it. Yeah. And we got some new things. Some new things in the Amazon shop that you guys might want to check out. Some new wax seals, some organization things. Oh, somebody wanted to see my little sequins bucket, right? So I have this one. So this is one of those clear, like, storage things. I think Gina K sends these with her kits. So you can see here I have my little jars of sequins and gems, and they're just upside down so I can see who is what in here. And then I also have moved into a little IKEA basket. Which I did have to show you guys. Now the office is too messy. Okay, so here's my little IKEA basket. And so these guys will go into these jars. And these are in my Amazon shop. They'll go into the jars, and the same thing, I'll store them in here, and they're stackable. So I'll be able to get some more in here. And then I normally try to label and keep the name of the company and the color. That way, when I show them to you guys, you know who they are. And I just do a little label on the side. Sometimes you can put a little label on the top. All right. Okay, so most of the consensus is everybody likes the price on the sequins. Yes. Melody and Cheryl are liking the Sizzix tool. Terry's liking it. Crystal's liking it. Susan's liking it. Crystal already bought one. T liked my demo. Thank you, T. I'm glad I didn't embarrass myself. All right, she linked the jars. Irma's going to stay with her large and small Misty. That's great. That's okay, too. We just want to, and that was my thought on it, too, Irma. I don't know that I would have spent the money. Again, T sent it to me, but I think it will probably go on my holiday list if somebody would like to get it for me. And for people who are new and just starting to build their must-haves, it's pretty cool. All right, make sure you guys subscribe to all of my friends. T has a live she just did yesterday, I think. She has her foiling friend. You guys want to check that out. I showed that at the beginning of the video. And she has a more comprehensive video using the stencil and stamp tool. Chow just posted a video with spellbinders. I think Tracy posted a video with spellbinders just a few days ago. So you definitely want to check them out. Subscribe to everybody. I know a lot of them are close to doing giveaways, so follow along. And then next Saturday night, I cannot believe it, next Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, come back here and watch us for Stamp Wars. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good night. Don't forget to thumbs up on the way out. See ya.